So as it just relates to you, man, just tell people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you became a Christian.
Hmm. Yeah. I was born in Ghana, West Africa. And then when I was 10 years old, I emigrated to Canada. I was originally in the Quebec side. I don't know if most Americans have no idea what's happening in Canada. So,
I've been to Quebec. It's beautiful.
oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Yeah. So Quebec is the French side of the French province in Canada. I was in Montreal in Quebec. And then I moved when I was about 12, 13 years old to Toronto, which is what many Canadians tend to call the most American city in Canada. Um, and I've been living here since. And I was raised in a Christian household. I was raised by a single mother, and
Hmm.
she's a faithful Christian.
Hmm.
She raised me around the church. I knew as early as 5 years old that I needed I needed Christ, but I
Hmm.
loved my sins much more than
Hmm.
Christ. I didn't love Christ at all. Um, and but the point is that no one had to convince me that I needed to be born again. I knew it, but I just even at that early age, I knew that I loved my sins. I didn't want to let it go.
Hmm.
Well, I heard the gospel many times throughout my life, but it wasn't until at 19 at a youth retreat. So some good things happen at youth retreats,
That's right.
and I heard the gospel that I heard many times, but it was a poor. It was actually a female. I was raised in a Pentecostal church, so it was a
Okay.
pastor, a preacher, which that is not biblical at all. It is not good.
Yeah.
It's sinful of her to be preaching the gospel as a pastor.
Yeah.
Um, but God uses anything, whatever He desires, to save sinners, and
Hmm.
God used that moment, even in her sin,
Hmm.
to save me. So yeah, I got saved at 19, and all of a sudden, I hated my sins and I loved Christ, and I could. It was just I finally understood what it meant to be born again, because all of a sudden, nothing nothing was different. I just heard and believed the gospel,
Wow.
and I wanted to serve Christ. Um, that's when I was 19. And since then, I've moved away from it was a prosperity gospel environment. I left that prosperity gospel world. I became Reformed, particularly Reformed Baptist. And I've been trying to serve the Lord faithfully ever since.